Hey everybody, Brandon Boyd with The Brandon Boyd Show. Thank you so much for watching. As always, don't forget to be awesome. Give me a big thumbs up on the video if you find it helpful or entertaining. And if you are a fan of receiving the latest information on credit cards, points and miles, finance, travel, and everything in between, then take your partner out to lunch at the local diner and look over and see the subscribe button and notification bell setting across from you. When the waiter comes back to ask what you want to eat, tell them that you'll have what they're having. That's a crazy scene. I absolutely love it. And if you're not familiar with the Weekly Pointers Update, basically I try to catch you up on all the news you may have missed over the last week related to the topics that I just mentioned. The format's pretty simple. On one side of the screen, you'll see the topics that I will be discussing today. One of the topics will be highlighted when I'm talking about it, and there's a timer down below to let you know exactly how long I will be talking about it. It couldn't be any easier, and it's time to dive in. Let's go. Online retail giant Amazon has made a big statement this last week, and you may have completely missed it because it happened on the other side of the planet. Those folks that live in Singapore that use a Visa card will now be charged a 0.5% surcharge for doing so. An Amazon spokesperson came out and said that the reason they are imposing this 0.5% surcharge is because of the fees per transaction for their customers using Visa in Singapore. And they also left open the possibility of extending this to other countries. So this is news that could easily be missed, but think about that. If you have a Visa card and you try to pay for something on Amazon, you may have to pay extra for that. So these transaction fees that Visa charges are going to get passed along to you. So this is a good indicator of what kind of business practice Amazon has for this. It may extend into other countries, and from the sounds of the spokesperson, it sounds like that's a high likelihood. So keep your eyes on this, keep updated, and make sure you subscribe to the channel. I'll keep you updated on this, but it's something to be aware of. It usually starts in one place and starts leaking into others, but definitely something to take notice of. So it sounds like there's going to be a battle over transaction fees. Visa has a lot of leverage. Amazon has a lot of leverage. It's going to be an interesting fight. We'll just have to keep our eyes on it. A very interesting announcement from PayPal, as they've announced that one of their services, Venmo, will now allow customers to convert cash back into cryptocurrency. The current cryptocurrencies available for customers will be Bitcoin, Bitcoin Cash, Ethereum, and Litecoin. According to PayPal, they are saying that this allows their customers to begin exploring the market with cryptocurrency. And this is only for Venmo credit card holders, so keep that in mind. Are you a Venmo credit card holder? Will you use this to convert to cryptocurrency? And do you like the idea in general? Because it may not just start here. What if other credit card issuers start doing the same thing? Would you dip your toes in the water? A lot of people have a lot of opinions on cryptocurrency, so I'm curious to hear what the audience out there has to say. But it's definitely something to keep an eye on, and this may be the first drop in the bucket for cashback rewards turning into crypto. Hey, I got some good news if you want to travel to Canada, eh? Alright, that's a really lame Canada joke, and I do apologize. However, after a 17-month border closure, Americans can now travel to Canada. Of course, there are some stipulations for being able to cross the border. And I'm going to read these directly just to make sure that I get them correct for you. So there are 4 conditions. Basically, you have to either be fully vaccinated or receive your last dose at least 14 days prior to entry. So that is fully vaccinated. You can also bring a negative PCR test taken within 72 hours of your flight scheduled departure to Canada. You have to show no signs of COVID-19, and you have to have a quarantine plan in place if you do not qualify for the quarantine exemption. So there are still some rules to abide by. However, you can now cross the border into Canada and travel. Does this impact any of you? I've personally had some Canada trips that I wanted to take but was unable to do so. It's going to be interesting to see how this plays out long term, of course, with everything that's going on right now. Things could always change. It's something to keep an eye on, but I at this point wouldn't plan on any big trips to Canada because there's still so much uncertainty going on right now. International travel is going to be very difficult, but again, it's a step in the right direction. We're just going to have to see if it lasts. If you were ever thinking about getting a Costco membership, now may be the time to do so. By using the promo code SUMMER21, if you've never had a Costco membership and are applying as a new member, you can get $40 in Costco cash when signing up for a membership. Memberships range from $60 to $120, so if you got the lower end membership, which gives you access to the store, that essentially brings the cost from $60 down to $20. And you will get your Costco cash card 4 to 6 weeks after you sign up for your membership. You'll also receive in your email a promotional code for $40 off the purchase of $250. on Costco.com, and you can use that to buy $250 worth of the big jars of pickles and mustard or whatever the heck you want to buy at Costco. That's completely up to you. This offer does end on August the 22nd, so it is something that you'll have to make a decision on pretty soon, but a pretty good offer. It essentially wipes out the membership cost almost. So if you have a friend or a family member that's always wanted to be a Costco member, I know it's something we all aspire to one day, now may be the time for them to jump in and do that. Again, the deadline is August the 22nd, so if you or someone you know is interested, you better get on it. The deadline's right around the corner. This one hits really close to home here in Kentucky, as Louisville Metro Council person Paula McCraney has introduced an ordinance making it illegal for employers to check the credit scores of potential employees when they apply for a job. Now, you're probably aware right now that when you're applying for jobs, depending on what role you're getting into, they can pull your credit score as an indication to see how responsible you are with your finances and how reliable you are to do what you say you're going to do, like pay back loans. This is a practice that's been very controversial for a very long time, and councilperson Paula McCraney is saying that it disproportionately impacts the ability for people to live a normal life. Maybe they've struggled with their credit and they're trying to get back on their feet and get a good job, and this is basically taking their legs out from under them. It's an interesting argument, and it's definitely something to keep your eyes on to see if this is something that happens in other cities. This is a controversial topic, but I would love to hear what you have to say about it. Do you think employers should look at credit scores when they're looking at hiring people? Have you ever had an experience or know someone that has had an experience where they have been turned down for a role because of their credit score? Let us know down in the comments. I'm curious to hear what you have to say. If you are a MasterCard holder and you use Rakuten, I've got some great news for you, as they have announced a 5% cashback offer for those that use MasterCard. It's pretty easy to get the 5% cashback. All you have to do is add a MasterCard to your Rakuten account and then link the in-store offers to your account, and then use that MasterCard in-store to get the 5% cash back. And just a pro tip, if you're using a debit card, make sure you select credit on the little screen there and don't enter your PIN number, and you'll be able to get the 5% cash back as well. It's important to note that the deadline for this is August 22nd, and some of the stores that are eligible for this are Walmart, Staples, Bed Bath & Beyond. And if you want more information on the stores that are eligible for this, check the link down in the description below. That should be able to help you out and let you know what all stores are available with this 5% cashback offer. It's only for a week, so if you want to do it, go ahead and do it now. But 5% cashback is 5% cashback. It's a pretty good deal. And finally, if you're familiar with the Weekly Pointers update, you know that I like to end with a good food deal, and this week is no exception, especially if you're a fan of Krispy Kreme donuts. And if you don't like donuts, I'm not sure that you and I can be friends, just to be honest with you. New members to the My Sweet Rewards program, which is Krispy Kreme's rewards program, will get a buy one, get one free dozen donuts. And if you're wondering how much a dozen Krispy Kreme donuts are, it's about $7.99 depending on where you live. The deadline for this offer is August the 26th, so it is coming up pretty soon. But if you've got an office party, or really any party that needs 2 dozen donuts, now may be the time to sign up for that, and there'll be a link for this down in the description below. And there's one other food deal I want to mention, and it's one that's been out for a while, and it's from Panera. They are offering 3 free months of unlimited coffee. And this offer has been out for a while, but it's one of those deals I feel like that maybe you saw a couple months ago and have just forgotten about it. But you can order a new coffee through the app or in-store every 2 hours if you want to. It's really crazy to think about, especially if you compare it to something like Starbucks. How much is one coffee drink per day at Starbucks? All right, can add up to quite a bit. Even after this free 3 months, the monthly cost is only $8.99. So compare that $8.99 to what I just mentioned with the Starbucks coffee. And this is unlimited coffee. Again, one of those deals that you may have seen before and just forgotten about. I just wanted to give you a quick reminder, because there's so many deals that are bombarding us all the time. Sometimes you need a reminder of what's still available out there. And I'm really excited that I got to end the show with coffee and donuts. It's a good way to start the day. How do you start your day? Do you start with donuts? Do you start with coffee? Do you start with something else? Let us know down in the comments below. I'm curious to hear what you have to say. If you found this video helpful or entertaining, don't forget to be awesome. Give me a big thumbs up on the video. Subscribe to the channel. Hit the bell notifications for alerts. And when you click on the Brandon Boyd Show, click. It's time to check in on everything related to credit cards, points and miles, finance, money, donuts and coffee, and everything in between. And I look forward to seeing you on the next episode. I'll see you soon.